Hi, I'm Renu Upadhyay, Senior Director of Product Marketing here at VMware, and I'd like to welcome Teju from Okta. Welcome, Teju.
Thanks, I'm happy to be here.
And we'd like to do a quick demonstration of the integration between VMware Workspace ONE and the Okta Identity Cloud. So in this demonstration, we're looking at a use case of a brand new employee that's just joined the company. Usually the record is set up in Workday, a typical HR application. And behind the scenes, Okta provisions that user across all other applications that they have access to as part of doing their job. So that includes also setting their account up inside of Active Directory. So now let's look at this user who's been provisioned for all of their applications by Okta, and they've been given a brand new MacBook by their employer that's set up with all the applications they need to get their work done. One of the applications that they've also been provisioned with is VMware Workspace ONE, which is a single catalog that gives access to web, SaaS, mobile, as well as virtual applications that the employee here needs as part of their job. Here we see a brand new MacBook that the employee has access to. So the employee logs into their Workspace ONE application, native client application right on their MacBook. And once they log into Workspace ONE, they're able to access all of the applications, as I mentioned earlier, that they need to be successful for their job. They can simply tap into that application, they tap into Concur, and they have passwordless access that's delivered through Okta right into Concur. And likewise, they can do the same as part of logging into their OneDrive, which is where they can right away be productive by accessing expenses or their files and folders inside of their OneDrive, all of it without a password, managed through the Okta Identity Cloud. So another common use case that we see for a lot of employees is bring your own device. And a lot of organizations allow this because it gives maximum choice and flexibility to the employees to have the freedom to use their own devices and access the applications that they need when they need it to be successful at their jobs. In this case, our new employee has brought their own iPad into work. And because they're in sales, they want to access salesforce.com. And so what they do is that they simply go into the App Store and download salesforce.com. Now, this is very common, very natural. We all do it on our consumer devices. Once you download Salesforce, you sign into the EULA and start to log into Salesforce using the username and password and the custom domain information for Salesforce. But the interesting thing that happens here as the employee is trying to log in is that access is denied. And this is where Workspace ONE comes in and prompts the user to enroll their device inside of Workspace ONE before they can get access to this resource. And the reason for that is because Salesforce has sensitive corporate information inside of that application. And the IT department is not comfortable giving access to that sensitive corporate information on an unmanaged iPad device because the data could be compromised and there's threat of leakage in case, for whatever reason, that device is jailbroken or hacked, and it's very easy to get access to that Salesforce data. So in this case, what the user is prompted to do is enroll their device into Workspace ONE and then download Salesforce through the Workspace ONE application. So the user agrees and downloads Workspace ONE, again going back into the Apple App Store, downloading Workspace ONE. And then with the integration that we've done between VMware Workspace ONE and Okta Identity Cloud for SAML applications, the Okta Identity Cloud is used for authenticating inside of VMware Workspace ONE. And that integration is what allows the user to have passwordless access inside of Workspace ONE, from where they can then go ahead and download the Salesforce application. So what you see here is using the Okta credentials to log inside of Workspace ONE. And once again, the employee has access to all the applications that they had access to on their MacBook that you saw earlier. They have access to that over here. And now, because they are downloading their Salesforce application, they are prompted to download the Workspace ONE profile and enroll their device inside of Workspace ONE. Along the way, they are told about the privacy protections that are available to them so that they feel comfortable their data is not seen by IT. And definitely having access to Salesforce is very valuable on a mobile device. Now the user goes ahead, downloads Salesforce, they're able to confirm the installation, and as is typical on any iOS device, the application is downloaded on the Springboard, and now once again, simply by entering the custom domain credentials, the user is able to log in and have passwordless access into Salesforce and be productive wherever they are on the road using Salesforce on their iPad, which is their preferred device. So again, very powerful integration between Okta Identity Cloud and VMware Workspace ONE, integration of SAML applications, and the ability to really deliver that highly secure experience through VMware Workspace ONE and the Okta Identity Cloud. Now I'd like to invite Teju back here to talk to us a little bit more behind the scenes what's happening with this integration.
Great, so let's take a look at how we can bridge the gap between Okta's technologies and VMware's technologies to give your employees the best end user experience. So what we have here is a user is opening up Salesforce, and now through Okta's IDP discovery routing rules, we're going to do a few things. First, we're going to pass this login over to Workspace ONE to check the security posture of the device. If the device is managed and compliant, they're good to go, they can get back into Salesforce. Now, if the device is not compliant, what's going to happen is that access is blocked and they're prompted for enrollment instead. Now let's take a look at IDP discovery in the Okta admin console. So what IDP discovery does for you is allow you to define a few network and user specific attributes to help make an access decision on which identity provider you're going to be routed to. So here what we're doing is defining mobile traffic coming from a few specific applications like Office 365 and Salesforce is going to be routed to Workspace ONE. So you can see here how Okta plus Workspace ONE is giving your employees frictionless access to all the applications that help them be productive.
Great, thanks so much, Teju. So as you can see, between the integration between the Okta Identity Cloud and VMware Workspace ONE, we are able to deliver a truly passwordless experience to employees and the highest level of security, because now we are integrating rich device trust and compliance information as part of that conditional access decision. Thank you.